Hey everyone, I'm Matt, and I run the worst channel on YouTube, and somehow you found it. So thanks for checking it out, and please consider subscribing if you enjoyed this. But let's be real for a second. I'm not even the best at being the worst on YouTube. There are so many bad channels out there, it's ridiculous. First though, I bet you're wondering why I'm a plant. But I think the real question is, why aren't you a plant? So, I've been trying to find ways to grow my channel, and I haven't had much success, as you can probably tell. Maybe I'll never have success, but, I try not to think that way. But either way, it occurred to me that I wasn't really living according to Buddhist principles, as I was trying to plan out everything and make everything to maximize watch time, capitalize on trends, that kind of thing. But really, I just want to make things that are fun for me, and funny to my one fan. So, I scrapped some of my dumb ideas, and I just decided to do whatever the fuck I want with my channel and just have fun. And this is one of the first things I decided to make. So, let me tell you a little story. Lately, I've been suffering from some writer's block when it comes to videos. I've been trying to write these 2 episodes on Buddhism to post because I like to have things done ahead of time because, I have to animate, it takes me longer. Usually by the time you see a video of mine, I've already been working on it a couple of months because I have to get everything planned and all the animation frames done and everything like that. So these episodes were actually scheduled to come out in November, but I just haven't been able to write them. Every time I go to write, I just stare at the Word document and get frustrated. And on top of that, I've been kind of down because my channel isn't growing, at least as fast as I want it to be. And here's the thing, every YouTuber wants their channel to grow, but if it's not fun anymore, I just have to ask, what's the point, And I've been putting so much pressure on myself that it hasn't been fun, and so it sucks. So I took a break and really thought about my channel. I meditated on it and realized that I should just make whatever I want, whether it's popular or not. See, my favorite YouTuber is by far Jenna Marbles, and her videos definitely don't have structure, and she just does whatever she wants. So, I decided I'm gonna kind of do the same thing. There's not gonna be as much theme to my videos or anything, it's just gonna be whatever I want to do, whatever I want to talk about. Okay, so buckle up. Alright, so back to the story. In an attempt to promote my channel, I came up with what I thought was a brilliant idea. Why don't I seek out small YouTube channels with like 100 to 1,000 subscribers, subscribe to them, and hope they'd see the name of my channel, be interested, and then subscribe back. This included leaving comments on their videos and just trying to get the word out there. Because I figured the larger channels wouldn't see me, but the smaller channels would, and I might be able to get like a sub for sub situation going on. And I thought this was such a brilliant idea that I started seeking out smaller channels.
You serious?
But as it turns out, it's not a unique idea at all, and in fact, every other YouTuber has come up with it before. Because as soon as I hit 30 subscribers, I started getting spammed left and right by a bunch of other small channels saying things like, hey, sub for sub, or I just subbed, can you check out my channel, or congrats on reaching 30 subscribers, I just reached 10, come over and subscribe to my channel, or hey, I make Fortnite videos, and that's related to your channel somehow, so why don't you subscribe to me? I don't know. The weirdest one I think that I got was a hockey review channel. It was like hockey highlights. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but the point is I am not interested in hockey at all or sports. And if you are, that's fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with it, but I'm not. So I really didn't understand that. I was like, why would I sub to your channel? Like, I don't, anyway. So, yeah, not a unique idea. But then it started to get even more insane as I started getting more messages from other channels saying, hey, I subscribed a couple days back. If you don't subscribe to me, I'll unsubscribe. Like, they were threatening me. So I started getting subscribers going up and down, and back and forth, and I'm like, you know what, this just really isn't worth it. So I gave up on the plan of trying to do the sub for sub thing, because apparently everybody else does it, and I could see that it does not work. So I decided I don't want some fake channel with fake subscribers, and hopefully I'll be successful on my own, but that may never happen. Even if it doesn't happen though, at least I'll amuse myself with my own stupid content, so that's what I'm going with. But let's explore my attempt to find some of these smaller channels, because honestly, I was amazed at how bad some of them are. Yes, I am the worst channel on YouTube, and I stand by that, but apparently I am the worst in more than one way, because I am the worst at being the worst, because there are so many other channels that do it worse than me. Now, I'm fully aware that I'm giving exposure to these awful channels, and for that reason, I hesitated on making this video, but then I looked at my own subscriber count and figured it won't be much exposure, and it was funny to me, so here we go, reacting to some of these. So the first one I want to look at is this one.
Yes, Mr. President. I understand. Major, the President just ordered a nuclear strike against South Korea. Relay the order to missile control.
I think he means North Korea, sir.
Well, he said South Korea.
Can we double check that, sir?
Are you questioning the President's authority?
No, sir. I just think maybe he misspoke.
Sir, which Korea did you say again? Uh-huh. Nope, South Korea.
Perhaps he's just trying to save face.
Okay, so setting aside the fact that the acting in this skit is a little cringy, it's really not that bad, and I'm not trying to be too judgmental about it, because again, this is a small channel and they're still learning and growing, and I'm not saying my acting is perfect, and a lot of small channels have some content like this, including mine. I have some videos that I'm like, why did I ever post that, but you know, whatever. But I don't know. This channel is all about anti-war skits. And this was the same mistake I made when I first started out on YouTube. Having a subject that is way too narrow is going to hurt you in the long run. Some people know that my first channel was called The Court of Public Opinion because I had this idea for a series where people would vote on things like hot button issues, conspiracy theories, controversies, etc. I thought it was brilliant to have audience participation like that, but I just never got the views I wanted, and I realized after a few videos that I didn't really have a ton of ideas for the series, and so I had boxed myself into this one concept and didn't have much room to grow, so I moved over here and stopped posting to that channel. Okay, little side note for those who are curious. The real reason I completely stopped posting to that channel and moved over here was because I accidentally bought views for the Court of Public Opinion. I know, how do you do that accidentally? Well, long story short, I went on Fiverr and tried to find quote-unquote legitimate YouTube marketing services, thinking this was a good idea. Anyway, I ended up getting hundreds of completely fake views from the Philippines and a bunch of comments from users like this one. Yeah, because that's real. The Mandela effect is so sexy. Anyway, back to my story. So being thirsty for views killed my channel, and I assumed that if I ever got enough subs over there, I would never be monetized. I don't really know how YouTube would be able to tell I bought views on videos, but I really didn't want to risk it, and because I had boxed myself in with such a small, concept, I decided I'd move completely over here. And as a cautionary tale to my other YouTubers, I'll tell you, never buy YouTube marketing on Fiverr. I just didn't find any of them that were good. That's probably obvious to most people, but as everyone knows, I'm like the worst YouTuber. Which brings me back to my point. When I was trying to find small channels to promote my content, most of the stuff I found was pretty mediocre. Nothing terrible, but nothing to write home about. Really nothing special, nothing I'd be interested in watching. And mostly I was looking for comedy skits because, that's a lot of what I do on my channel, so I thought if I was going to do a sub for sub thing, that'd make the most sense. And I'm not trying to judge these channels too harshly because, again, they're small, just like me. And so, I found some that were not great, but not really worthy of talking about either. Similar to that skit I showed you in the beginning, that anti-war skit, it's not great, but it's also not totally terrible. It's just sort of meh. But some of the stuff out there is so bad that it was unbelievable. And one thing that I kept running across while searching for these small channels were these videos called Nigerian comedy, or Nigerian skits. I saw literally dozens of these videos, and it wasn't just a fluke like I searched on one day and found them. I just kept finding them being uploaded, and they all were on these small channels, or at least channels without very many views. So I figured there's so many of them, they must be good, right? Or they must have some sort of unifying theme, I guess? So let's take a look at one.
Come on, do it, Andy.
Papa, you do it.
I will not do it.
Papa, you must do it.
I say I will not do it.
Papa, you must do it.
Read my lips. I will not do it.
Papa, all I'm saying is just divide your properties. Give me my own share. Let me decide what to do with it. That's all.
And what do you think you can do with it?
Haven't I finished learning a trade like you suggested? 4 years. Just 4 good years.
4 years. 4 years of fighting with your masters. 4 years of changing masters from Kaduna to Sokoto to Lagos. 4 years of police problems. And all that, like every job, mind yourself, you want.
Papa, leave those people. Those people have no foresight. They lack vision.
Okay.
All I did was to try and expand their business and they call me criminal.
Okay. Did they give you permission to tamper with their money?
I have something upstairs.
Hey!
Okay, what the actual fuck? Now, if you go and look this one up, you'll see that the channel has hundreds of thousands of subscribers. You might wonder, how is this a review of small YouTube channels? Well, despite having this number of subscribers, this one video was posted weeks ago and still has less than 1,000 views. So I know that these are all fake subscribers to this channel. But maybe it's a good skit and they really wanted to promote it, so they bought a bunch of subscribers. Maybe they thought this was good. I don't know. Let's keep watching. Maybe it gets funny.
Look, this boy, be very careful. Be very careful.
My life is wasted in this village. Look at me. All my mates are in the city building houses, expanding their business. Just imagine me.
All right. Even if you had the opportunity and the money to build a house, would you build a mini underground basement, small one like this, or upstairs? Number 2, all fingers are not equal. You can't eat your cake and have it back. Your brother Nandi took my money and vamoosed. It's now 7.
Okay, so is this funny to anyone? Like, I don't have the best jokes or anything on my channel, but does this video even qualify as comedy? I don't see comedy in here. Okay, so that was one of them. Maybe we found a bad one. Let's take a look at another one, because again, as I said, there were literally dozens of them. And let's see if we can find a better one.
This girl is fine. What is she doing? What is she doing now? She's about to remove her blouse. Let me get out of the way. Let me look slow. Let me look. Get out of the way. Wait, I've not finished yet. It's not if you look small. I will look small. I will get out of the way, Joe. Listen, what is it? What is it?
What is happening here? I said, what is happening here?
Auntie, is it not John? I was looking here and he said he wanted to look too. Auntie,
It is my turn to look, but doesn't allow me to look. What are you looking at? I said, what are you looking at? Jesus Christ! John and Johnson, both of you are peeping an opposite address.
oh, Auntie, Is it not there? I didn't know.
Shut up your dirty mouth. You didn't know that. What are you looking at? My God. 2 of you are in trouble in this house today. Your uncle must hear this.
I mean, who is this for? How is this comedy? How is this helping anyone? Oh, I think I get it. So these are quote-unquote Nigerian comedy, kind of like those Nigerian print scams, right? They're totally and completely transparently fake, just like these are transparently fake comedy videos because nobody can be this bad unless they're trying, right?
Good morning, class! Good morning, sir! My name is Uncle Daniel and I am your new teacher. The old teacher told me that she taught you so many things, so I'll be asking you some questions based on what she has taught you. And if you fail my question, I'll flog you. Hey! Shut up! Now, who can tell me the opposite of sorry? You, stand up. What's the opposite of sorry? What's the meaning of that? My friend, sit down! You look like a lizard. Who can tell me the opposite of sorry? You! Stand up. What's the opposite of sorry?
Good for you.
What's the meaning of good for you?
If something happened to somebody and you don't want to tell the person sorry, you tell the person good for you.
My friend, will you sit down? Blackface.
What makes me salty about these is that all of them are monetized. So, maybe I could have just bought a bunch of subs for my channel and then just monetized everything, because apparently YouTube can't tell, at least when it comes to this trash. And I swear, I haven't picked out ridiculously terrible, low-quality ones either. This is all of them. And so, watching these, I came up with the idea of reacting to small YouTube channels, and this may become a series, I'm not sure yet. I mean, most small channels are fine, they may be low quality for sure, but you can tell they're trying, like that anti-war one. Sure, it's not great, but, they are making an attempt. But some of these small channels are just totally and completely beyond comprehension of just how terrible they are. And in a way, they make me feel better about my content, knowing that, well, I could always make worse stuff. So, if you like this video, please let me know in the comments, and I may do more reaction style videos. I have one other one planned, but as I said, I'm just kind of doing what I feel like doing, so we'll see if that one gets done. I'm not sure. I may react to more small YouTube channels as well, but again, I don't want to box myself into any one specific topic. But I feel like small YouTube is just a gold mine of garbage. So let me know your thoughts below. Thank you so much for watching, and if you liked, please do consider subscribing, it really helps. And I'm trying to grow, and, I get a little rush every time I get a subscriber, so, it's a good deed if you want to do that. I try to post every Saturday. Lately I've been posting twice a week, though, so that may become the new habit of just posting twice a week, but we'll see again. I'm not trying to tie myself down to anything, but at least once a week I'll be posting. And again, my name is Matt Novum, and you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter. I recently started up a TikTok as well, just for some of my short form content. But yeah, if you're interested, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And again, thank you so much for watching.